Good day, students. My name is Comfort Amotara. I will be your biology teacher for today's lesson, and the topic is sexually transmitted infections, STIs. Learning objectives. By the end of today's lessons, you will be able to explain the word sexually transmitted infections, identify the major sources of sexually transmitted infections, discuss the signs and symptoms of sexually transmitted infections, and list some treatments to sexually transmitted infections. Content: introduction, sexually transmitted infections and major sources, signs and symptoms of STIs, treatments to STIs. Introduction. Sexually transmitted infections are infections that are spread primarily through person-to-person sexual contact. There are more than 30 different sexually transmissible bacteria, viruses, and parasites. The most common conditions they cause are gonorrhea, chlamydia infection, syphilis, trichomoniasis, chancroid, genital herpes, genital warts, human immunodeficiency virus infection, and hepatitis B infection. You shall be looking at some of them. HIV and syphilis can also be transmitted from mother to child during pregnancy and childbirth, and through blood products and tissue transfer. Now, what is a sexually transmitted infection, STI? It is an infection passed from person to person through intimate sexual contact. STIs are also called sexually transmitted diseases or STDs. Now, what are the major sources of STI transmission? You can get an STI by having intimate sexual contact with someone who already has the infection. You cannot tell if the person is infected because many STIs have no symptoms. But STIs can still be passed from person to person even if there are no symptoms. STIs are spread during vaginal, anal, or oral sex, or during genital touching. So it is possible to get STIs. It is possible to get some STIs without having intercourse. Not all STIs are spread the same way. Now, signs and symptoms of STI. Many STIs have only mild or no symptoms at all. When symptoms do develop, they are often mistaken for something else, such as urinary tract infection or yeast infection. This is why screening for STI is so important. The STIs listed here are among the most common or harmful to women. Symptoms of sexually transmitted infections. STI symptoms of bacterial vaginosis, that is BF. Most women have no symptoms. Women with symptoms may have vaginal itching, pain when urinating, discharge with a fishy odor. Then the second one, chlamydia. Most men have no symptoms. Women with symptoms may have abdominal pain, vaginal discharge, burning when urinating, bleeding between periods, that is between menstrual periods. Infections that are not treated, even if there are no symptoms, can lead to lower abdominal pain, low back pain, nausea, fever, and pain during sex.